Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today we have a devlog to go over concerning some more visual improvements coming to the game, with the art department yet again carrying this game incredibly hard. I do apologize if you hear some rain hitting my window. It's late summer in the southern US, which means that it's basically Camino. It's been raining for like a month solid and doesn't really show much sign of stopping anytime soon, and sadly I cannot control the weather. So I do apologize if you hear some of that going on in the background. But anyway, link to this devlog will be in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself. I will be throwing up any relevant images or artwork that are included with this devlog. We have quite a few images to take a peek at, but sadly, they didn't include any video of these changes, and these are closed testing changes, so it's not like I can hop on the PT server and check them out. But either way, let's go ahead and dive right on in. So they state visual improvements, closed testing. Closed testing of visual changes on certain maps will be conducted soon. New HD textures have been added to the Mountain Range, North, Strait, Estuary, and Northern Lights maps. We've also added a Northern Light shader to enhance the visual representation of this natural phenomenon in the game. So here's Estuary, and man, it is something looking at these maps, and these are maps that I've been staring at for the better part of 6, almost 7 years now, and then they look completely different with these new textures on them. If you want a good example of this, you can check out Hotspot in the game right now. Just go ahead, boot up a training room. Just go sail around Hotspot real quick. Then go back and find like an old YouTube video of Hotspot from before the change, or, you know, just a video from like 5 years ago. And look at that Hotspot, and then look at the new ones. It's such a big difference. It looks beautiful. So that's Estuary. Mountain Range. This is one that, God, I despise the Mountain Range map when I get it, especially when it's on Standard Battle. But again, they're making it look a lot better here. And North, this is a nice shot of North from this angle. And yep, they're also overhauling the trees, I do believe, with this update as well. Strait, and then Northern Lights. That is a very nice effect there that they got going on. And this looks pretty darn good. It's probably the closest thing we're going to get to a night battle in random battles, although they have said that they are looking into working on that. There are a couple of maps that when you first load into the game, it's like pre-dawn, and then normally like the first 1 or 2 minutes it transitions to daylight, which is cool. It's a nice little effect at the beginning of the game, but doesn't really have much time to affect like gameplay or anything like that. I do wish they would include night battles and random battles, but of course, you know, there's the issues of, okay, well, how do you see what you're shooting at, and, you know, how do you identify your targets, how do you see where you're going, and things like that. But I think they could work it out. They have the Cherry Blossoms operation, which is coming back with the operations revamped. But I think they could figure it out somehow. I think it'd be a nice mechanic. It could work similarly to like the Cyclone, where, you know, let's say the start of the battle, it's daylight, but then like in the last 4 or 5 minutes, it transitions to darkness, to where, you know, you have difficulties spotting your targets, or detection range gets dropped down or something like that. But hopefully things like this will keep coming, and we'll get closer and closer to finally getting those night battles in game. So also, the surf effect has been added to all maps with HD textures. Vegetation models have also been improved on all maps. So yeah, this is something that you don't really realize it's not there until you look at it, and then you think, oh yeah, that's kind of weird. So the maps right now, if you go look at them, just look at the footage playing in the background right now, which this was a very heartbreaking game for me. But anyway, if you look at the background footage right now, if you look at the islands, there's no surf effect. The water just kind of phases through the islands in the game right now. So what they're doing with these updates to the maps with HD textures, they're adding in a surf effect, to where, well, there will be surf when you sail next to an island, which, again, it's a fantastic change. It looks great. Again, I wish they included a video of this, because with the new water physics. I think this would probably look great, and I'm sure it will. And from the images we have here, it does look like it will. But I wish we just had some way to get a sneak peek of that. But yeah, again, some more detail, excellent detail, along with the of course the HD upgrades to the map and the increase of the vegetation quality. It's really funny too because when I first bought this computer, and you guys that are on stream and such, or if I'm talking about a ship and I'm in port, or I'm doing like live commentary in game, I'm sure y'all hear it all the time. See, the thing was, it's a pre-built PC. It's made by HP, and HP thinks you only need one fan in the front and an exhaust fan in the back to cool a 3090 and an i9. I bought it like in the middle of COVID, so I wasn't able to just buy parts to repair my old PC because that one got zapped in a thunderstorm. But anyway, it was loud, but it was only loud when I played like Cyberpunk, Red Dead Redemption, in any graphically demanding game. And when I played Warships, I could play it in 4K, 60 FPS, no issue at all. It was dead quiet. But with all these graphical changes, it's starting to have to put in a little bit of work now, and has those panic attacks that you guys get to hear on stream and such. So, it's good that the game's getting prettier, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to get a new case, new motherboard, and some nice high quality fans that'll keep it nice and quiet so we don't have to listen to that anymore on stream. Alright, also they've added a more physically accurate simulation of water being displaced by ships as they move. This is again something I wish they would give us a little video clip of so that we could see how exactly this works. But from the images, it's the Zao. In the first image from the bow end, you can see that there's a nice wake going behind it that it looks very nice. And you can see in the second picture that when the Zal's turning, that's also reflected in the wake as well, so that's cool. I wonder if that'll be able to interact with other ships and stuff, so you can ramp a destroyer off of that, just have someone in Cabrera pop a speed boost and you sail by like a Yami or something, and Cabrera just catches some air as they're going over the wake. You guys that have boats and stuff, that's what those jet skiers love to do all the time when you're sailing your boat around. But yeah, it looks great. And I hope we get a chance to see these effects pretty soon. Maybe in like a PT update. What is this update for? Oh, they don't give an update for it. It's just closed testing. So hopefully we get to see these changes get in game pretty soon, and they don't go the way of some of the past graphical or game changes that we've had a couple of times, like the destructible environments one that kind of went nowhere. If you guys didn't know, I think it was like a year or so ago, they were working on being able to shoot your way through glaciers and stuff in game, to where you could open up new paths in the map and stuff, do some Rainbow Six environmental destruction, to where you could open up some more shooting angles or some paths you could sail your ship through and such. But unfortunately, those never went anywhere. But anyway, art department, you guys are still doing an excellent job as always. I hope to see these changes out and about soon, or at least give us a couple of video clips or something so we can admire your work in motion, because like with the surf effect and then the new water effect concerning the ships moving through the water, I'd really like to see those in game. So once again, art department, absolutely just hats off to you. Here's some nice applause for you. You guys keep doing what you're doing. You guys deserve all the bonuses and all the money you get from the premium ships and such. But yep, hopefully we'll get to see these changes on maybe the PT server here in a couple of cycles and in the game pretty soon. Good timing too, with how cryptocurrency crashed, and now you can actually afford to buy a new graphics card again. I was looking at the 3090s now. They went from being like when I was talking about having to repair my PC earlier. I thought about, let's just go ahead and grab a 3092 now, so I can go ahead and upgrade that when I'm, building a new one. $5,000 just for the card, and I got my pre-built for cheaper than that. But now 3090s, I think, are down to like $1,200, $1,300, to where they should have been in the first place. So excellent timing there, art department. And again, it's not like you need a 3090 to run this game. You can still absolutely run this on like definitely a 1080 Ti or definitely like a 2060 with no issues at all. But yep, hopefully we'll see these improvements in game pretty soon. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 40,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. Have a wonderful week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.